Hello again, a new day, a new project. I want to show you something really interesting today. So let me start with a small update. If you remember, I did a video a few days ago about tuning a cable, for the LoRa antenna. So what I have to say, it's working great. Let me see, I have some photos here. Don't laugh about my setup, it's still a work in progress. I'm still experimenting this. So this is my coaxial antenna. I know it's looking really ugly, but like I said, it's still a work in progress. The most important thing is that my idea, my project, it's working, and I got few more witnesses now, and this is absolutely great. What I was trying to show you today is something like this. That's a really great project, and thank you very much, guys. It's like Chang Pong from China Electronics. So this is the page, Interdigital Band Pass Filter Designer. Well, this is a band pass, of course. As you can see, it's a kind of cavity band pass, or how they call it, a resonating band pass filter. I'm not sure what is that about. Anyway, the point is that it's looking like for helium mining, and at least for health tech miners, this can be a solving solution for the filters and filtering the band and so on. It have really interesting capabilities, and let's say we are getting here, in my case, 868 megahertz. You can choose your own band, let's say 7 megahertz, with 3 elements, of course. Band pass strip, I don't know what's that about. And ground plane, rod diameter, I found 12 millimeter copper tube. You can find that in every household shop, for that kind of water pipes and heating pipes and so on. That it's easy to find. End plate to rod. Well, I really don't know what is this about, but anyway, I'm gonna try to search and find a solution to all the stuff. So, okay, let's calculate this. Amplitude response 200 mega, that's okay. That's about the graphic. And there we go. You see, you can build a really nice narrow filter. And this is based on the work of Jerry Hinshaw, as you can see here. And here we have all the dimensions. Everything you need to make the box and all the other stuffs. Of course, everything should be millimetrically done, because it's very important. That's a cavity resonator, so it really has to be at the right dimensions. Okay, so that's the final product, finally, I may say. What I found interesting about, you can tune this thing to the right frequency, and this is great. I'm not sure about how much is the losing through this filter, but as I heard from a friend of mine, as I know from a friend of mine, General Awareness, that's his YouTube name, and he's a ham radio amateur, so he said this kind of filters are great, are really great. As far as I can see, they are bidirectional. You see there, you can have it larger, you can have it in any kind of shapes. Look at this little guy here. Mechanical beauty. So if you can put it near the antenna, or you can have it on the item input or device input. So there are still a lot of questions, but for me, this project, it's really interesting. You don't have to be such a mechanic skilled, dedicated guy, because you can do another another shape of this filter. Let me see. And thanks to Mr. Captain Kirk, that's a nice name, Captain Kirk. Okay, he's done a filter for 1090 megahertz. That's for ADSB reception. And look his approach. So this is a 12 millimeter copper tube. He's been using this kind of screws which fit the copper exactly. And look over here. This box, it's made it from printed circuit board. So this is something like this, you see? Okay, it should be better to have a double copper, double side. This is a simple side. But it's not hard to find. And I will give a try about that. And we have some really nice photos here. As I can see, it's not hard to be done. Look the way he approached about the screws. The screws, in fact, these are tuners, like guitar tuners. After all, eventually he closed the box with screws here. You see, the screws are keeping the top in place. But of course, everything is soldered from inside for a proper mechanical contact and physical too. Maybe I should do it from outside, because this solder can alter the resonance inside, but why not? It's looking good. And here we have, he's been using BNA or BNC, I think, connectors. We can use whatever you like. I should use SMA or any kind of connector. That's not important here. Something to work properly with 868 megahertz. And something else, as you can see in this picture here. Let's get closer. You see the input is coming to one of these rods. The output is coming to this rod. Now it's not very clear here, but anyway, it should be a wire from here to here. Let's see if we can have a draw here. Okay. Okay, so that's the input here. You see? Or the output. Doesn't really matter. So, let me have a brush. So this one is going to one of these rods, solder it, and the other one is coming from here to the other rod, you see? And something interesting about, because you see the input and the output, they are so far away, and everything here, it's connected to the ground. This can be also a very nice thunder arrestor. And what's nice also about this, we don't have any losing. So I think this kind of filter, it can be a really wonder for saving at least the health-tech minor, the ones we have with problems and low reception and stuff like this. Okay, there are still a few questions I have to find the answer. I sent some emails to Captain Kirk. Hopefully he will have enough time to answer my question here. That's me. To see about where to put this filter, like I said, near the antenna or near the device, and many other things like this. I think a proper aluminum case should be better, but for experimenting, for the sake of experiment, double, even like this, I think it can be used. So my next project is to try to build something like this. I have my Nano VNA, and I really recommend you to buy something like this. It's really, really useful. And also with the Nano VNA, you can check the antennas, you can check the cables, you can check the resonance and filters and whatever. It's a really nice tool. It's a need. Okay, so that's it for today. I think it's an interesting project. I'm gonna stop build this next week. Before doing anything else to my Heltec miner, my limped Heltec miner, you know, there is this reception problem with Heltec, at least version 1.1 like I have. But I'm gonna start building this because it doesn't look hard, and I'll keep you informed about. Have a nice Sunday and see you soon with some news. Don't forget to have fun. Bye bye!